powerful weapon. With the education, we can change this world. At the same time, education is not completed without discipline, without moral values. So being a teacher, it is not that only I can complete my curriculum, academic portion, that is enough. It is not, it is not only my duty. So it is not that I can, if I complete my portion, it is enough. It is not like that. So we should inculcate moral values, spiritual values, life skill values among students. So nowadays, what is missing among the students is life skill values. They are too smart. I agree with it. They are too smart. But life skill, if you speak about life skill value, means it is very nil only, I can say. If any problem, because everyone is having 1 or 2 kids, so much of pampering is there. If any simple problem comes also in their life, they could not able to cope up with the stress. Is or not? That life skill value, we have to inculcate the life skill value. Life skill value is another very big topic that also, if possible, we can cover it, no problem. So we should, apart from our teaching, even simultaneously we should inculcate, we should develop the moral values among the students. It is not that if I'm teaching a moral science subject, then only I can teach the moral values. Being a subject teacher, being a class teacher, it is my prime responsibility to inculcate, to develop the moral values, isn't it? So if I follow, see what I do, that only I can preach. The first thing is I should have the self-discipline. Then only the same thing I can implement among my students. Then only I can preach to my students, isn't it? So discipline, say for example, it is not that as a teacher also, it is not that my principal is watching, my coordinator or academic coordinator or HOD is monitoring me, or camera is there. So then only so that I should do my duties properly. It is not like that. We should have the self-discipline, and at the end of the day, I should get the satisfaction. Each and every person should think in this way. Okay, some people, they'll be thinking, okay, my salary is only this much. Okay, so why I should do so much of things? Why I should do this thing? Who is going to see? It is not like that. So obviously salary is secondary, but obviously we are running for our family, for our bread and butter. I agree that we are running for our family, for our bread and butter. I agree that. But at the end of the day, we should have that self-satisfaction. Yes, I have done justice to my job. I have done justice to my students. It is not about the salary, about the number, whether I'm getting a 10K or 20K or 30K, 51, whatever it may be. But I should have that self-satisfaction. Yes, I have done justice to my job. I have done justice to my students. That thing should be there in ourselves. It is not that someone is monitoring, I should do my duties. Though if the principal is not watching, though the camera is on or not, whatever it may be, if anyone is watching or monitoring, or if they are not monitoring also, we should have that self-discipline. We should have that feel that I should do my duties in a proper way. I should do justice to my job. I should give 100% justice. I should do justice to my students. This thing should inculcate in ourselves. Then only the same thing we can expect from our students. It is not that when the teacher is there or when the teacher is not there, the child should be follow the discipline. It is not like that. So and one more thing, it is a human psychology. If we say that don't do, means obviously it is our human psychology. We will feel that okay, what is there, we will do and see what will happen. It is our human psychology, yes or not? The same thing is applicable for our students, even for our own biological children also. If we said, beta, you don't do this, means obviously they will have that feel, we have to do that. What will happen, we will see. Like that curiosity they will get. So this thing I have learned from my mother. That is, she never used to say that don't do this, beta. She will never say this. Instead, what she used to say, this is the pros and cons. If you do this, if you take this decision, this is the pros and cons, advantages and disadvantages. Now you only decide whether you are going to do this or not. If you do this, these kind of advantages, pros you will get. If you do this, this kind of disadvantages, demerits, cons you will get. You only decide better whether you're going to do or not. So the ball is in your court. Till now, she used to say, right from my childhood, till now, she used to say this to me. If I share anything, this is the mummy, this is the thing I'm going to decide. This is the thing I'm going to do, means she will not say you don't do this. Instead, with her experience, with her life experience, she will say this, if you do this, this will be the pros and cons. You decide whether you're going to do this or not. Then after understanding the situation, I will think whether I should do or not. The same thing is applicable for our own biological children, even for our students also. You don't say that don't do this. Instead of that, you educate them. If you do this, my dear students, this will be the pros and cons. You decide whether in which way you're going to do. So explain, educate them, isn't it? So as I said earlier, this education is not completed without discipline. So we have to inculcate the moral values, spiritual values. Spiritual values in the sense, again, we should not encourage the superstitious beliefs, isn't it? So spiritual values, moral values, develop their social skills. Nowadays, this thing is missing among with our students, with our even our biological children also, isn't it? If any guest comes, they don't know how to greet them. They are not interacting with them. That social skill is missing. They are not interacting. They are busy with the gadgets. Have you all experienced with your own biological children? Yes. You all might be having kids, or some will be unmarried, or even you can see your students also. They all busy be with their own gadgets. They are not interacting with the relatives. They are not interacting with the family members. So develop the social skills. The social skill is missing among our students. So this also we will discuss on later training program. Yes. So again, this will be continued in the next training session. So I hope it was very fruitful. Yes. Thank you for your patience and interaction. So can I get your feedback, please?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you to all. Can you please give your feedback so that I can also think that in which way I.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Thank you. So what did you learn from this today's training session?
One new thing is sitting arrangement we have learned.
Okay.
What the student we can observe from the student.
Yes,
Seating arrangement, one thing. And another thing is what regarding the camera, ma'am, the teachers, if the camera is on means we are going to work correctly. Otherwise, we are not going to work. That's another point.
Yes, it is not that someone is monitoring me.
Because some of them will.
Yes. Yes, please tell me. Yes, please proceed. I have interest.
And salary, we can
Yes.
learn today. Salary is not important in our life. It is part of in our life in salary.
Yes.
And we can give to education in lifetime in our children's. It
Yes.
is important in, I learned today this one.
Yes, definitely.
Madam.
Definitely.
And the next another we can expression. Expression is very important.
Yes, very good.
When we went to enter the classroom, children look at our faces, and next we can start the classes. We
Yes,
can
this
understand
I can,
how to children come to in our front of me.
Yes, very good. So this I can correlate with myself. So as I said earlier, we will be having n number of problems, family problems, everyone will have. But my students also always, they will give this feedback. If you see Vidya ma'am means obviously that positivity is generating in ourselves. So we have to enter inside the class with our smiling face, with a full of positive energy. So the child, we can also expect the same thing from our children. If we have the positivity in ourselves, we can also spread the positivity to others and to our students. They also will get the positivity. Yes. And as I said earlier, salary, yes, obviously for our bread and butter, for our family, our salary is very essential, important thing. But at the same time, we should think whether we are doing justice to our job, whether we are doing justice to the children or not. I should get the satisfaction. At the end of the day, I should feel that, yes, I have done. I have given my 100% to my students. So we should do justice to ourselves. Even it is not only our profession, ma. It is even if we are doing a simple thing. This thing also I can give an example. This I have learned from my mother. My mom always used to say, if you are sweeping the house, if you're washing the utensils, If you're cooking also, put your dedication completely. Passionately, you do it. So give your 100%. So once if you do means again another person should not again take over that work and should complete it. It is not the proper thing. So if you're doing anything, even if it is a household charms, also do it in a proper way. Give your 100%. This I have learned from my mom. Proudly I can say this. Yes. Any other thing that you have learned from this workshop?
Teaches body posture, ma'am.
Body posture, expressions. It is not like standing in one place like a strict officer.
Yes,
Have a body posture, hand movements, so that we can
Teacher
keep
must
attention of the
interact in the
students. Yes,
classroom.
yes,
Yes, ma'am. She must approach each and every child, ma'am, because
yes. Eye contact. We should have
you have
eye
understood or
contact.
not, we must come to know then when we approach them, it is very.
Yes, very
eye
good.
contact
Actually,
with the
ma'am.
students, ma'am.
Deepali, ma'am. So we should
And
have
moral
that
value,
eye
about
contact.
moral values, ma'am.
Yes, very good. We should have eye contact with everyone so that we'll come to know whether the child is listening or not. And moral values, obviously. So it is not only that we are delivering our content, we are completing our academic portion. As a teacher, as a subject teacher, as a class teacher, we should inculcate the moral values, spiritual values, life skill values among our students. Because we are developing, we are the future creator. That's why I very frequently I'm calling you as a future creator. We are the future creators. So we have to develop the life skill values. We have to develop the moral values, spiritual values. They should say, I have learned these many things from my school, from my teacher, from Shanti Southern School, from my teacher, so and so teacher have taught me this. So now also proudly I can say, from my school, from my college, I have learned these many things from my lecturers, from my professors, from my teachers. Still now I can remember all those things, what are all the moral values they have taught me, isn't it? So this also will continue. Regarding this, again, we will continue tomorrow. Yes. So meet you all tomorrow. Yes.
Okay.
Have you all loved the session?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
ma'am.
you all. Thank you all for your patience and for your interaction.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Vidya ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for giving me.
Thank you very much. Today's session was very important for
Yes,
our
ma'am.
teachers. Important point is the arrangement of classrooms is very important part. And madam, did the teachers need to note anything? Means you inform them. Some points, I think, some point they have to note it. No,
Taking it,
teachers?
ma'am.
Yeah, we
If we
noted,
need